One of the most divisive things in any business partnership is about understanding whether or not the business is in growth mode or profit mode. And this is one of the great challenges because when you're in growth mode, growth's actually expensive. You're actually investing well ahead of the curve. Whether or not it be fit outs, whether or not it be key people, whether or not it actually be buying businesses, for example, like a property management business. But then there are definitely stages inside of a business where it's super juicy for profit. And ultimately, you're really maximizing margin. You've got to that point that you've got full utility out of all of your property managers. Your sales team is performing like there's no tomorrow. And the challenge is that what you've got to do is you've got to make sure that you continually reinvest to ensure that the business actually plays defense around its current position, but ultimately plays offense about where it could actually go. Now, we've got a lot of challenges here because a lot of people, when they come to invest in a business and they become a shareholder, what they expect is 100% profit mode. They don't actually expect that a business will ever get itself into troubled waters. And this is the challenge, is that markets change all the time. New legislation encourages landlords to sell. All of a sudden, you're changing what's actually happening in terms of the size of your property management rent roll. That changes LVRs, and all of a sudden that causes a whole range of conversations around what banks will and won't lend for future purchases. Then we've got the other side of the coin, but ultimately we've got some people that have been around for a long period of time. They're not going to be around to see the benefits of that growth, and all they actually really want is profit. So a business needs to make sure that it's really clear about when it's in profit mode, when it's in growth mode, or whether or not they've got slow, defined, specific growth over a period of time to ensure slow but consistent profit and return to shareholders. And why this is a really important conversation is that a business does need to reinvest in order to go to reinvent. But what you've got to do is you've got to sit down and understand that every single person who's inside of your business ownership metrics is potentially at a different stage. Now let's go to think about the stages. You've got life events, you've got life stages, you've got economic cycles, and then we've got what we've got to call business cycles. And what you've got to do is you've got to play all of those out and set at your annual planning day the conversation around where the business is going and what it's going to do next. And then to look at very specific numbers on the month-by-month basis so that ultimately all of the shareholders are really aware of where we're going and what we're doing, but then ultimately what we can do to adjust behaviors to ensure that the business actually maintains its growth rate and at the same time actually maintains a profit rate. This is a really important conversation. We've seen lots of business partnerships go sideways because everyone was really excited for growth mode, but no one wanted to invest because everyone still wanted to be in profit mode. And it's really hard for both of those items to exist at exactly that same point in time. So understand, are we going for growth or are we going for profit this year? And what are we doing to make sure that if we do go for growth, that it's sustainable growth over a longer period of time that also does allow a minimum level of profit and return on behalf of shareholders?